She's one of a number of candidates seeking to capitalise on a national trend of voters moving away from the major parties.
We have the highest levels of mortgage stress in all of Australia. 3 of the suburbs in Cornwall are in the top 10 of the most disadvantaged suburbs in Victoria. We've got 500,000 people expected to be living in the northern part of this community by 2036.
What are the big problems in Cornwall?
Yeah, it's the life is become very expensive, and the income is low, and everything expensive. The rents, the electricity, gas, food, everything. Yeah.
What's life like for people in Cornwall?
It's not bad. You're buying a house here, it's pretty cheap, and it is getting bigger, but it comes down to the infrastructure as well.
I remind people, whilst we've had a Labor member here, we haven't had Labor governments for most of that time.
7:30 approached the Liberal Party candidate who declined to participate in the story. Bassem Abdo is one of at least 4 candidates of Muslim background running in Cornwall.
I think it's time for political leaders to take its Muslim voters far more seriously than they have. Cornwall is a very diverse and young...
Niall Akram is a former president of the Islamic Council of Victoria.
We feel that the Muslim community has been taken for granted for far too long. And the recent Israeli-Gaza war has really exposed the failings of the duopoly, the 2 major parties in particular.
I'm born to Palestinian parents. This conflict has had a real impact from a personal perspective.
Cornwall has a diverse Muslim community. The Labor candidate cautions against viewing them as a separate political bloc from the rest of the electorate. But the war in Gaza has spurred on moves to galvanise the political capital of Muslim communities across the country.
Because the powers that be think it doesn't matter. It does matter.
Because we need to hold the government to account.
Following its launch last September, political advocacy group Muslim Votes Matter is endorsing candidates.
MVM will be, first of all, issuing how to vote cards in all 150 seats of the new parliament.
And it's targeting at least 9 seats with large Muslim populations.
My name is Samim Mossi. I'm running as an independent in the federal elections. And I say, if nothing changes, nothing changes. We've got double the national average of youth unemployment in this area, but no one cares.
Independent Samim Mosleh, a refugee from Afghanistan, is the candidate endorsed by the group in Cornwall.
When will Labor and Liberal put the people in their policies?
He's also been endorsed by another group, the Muslim Vote, modelled on the UK group that backed 5 successful pro-Palestine candidates at the 2024 general election.
When I speak to the Muslim community in particular, it is first in the top list of their grievances.
Samim Mosleh wants to see a one-state representative democracy established where Israel and the occupied Palestinian territories exist today. He is at odds with the Labor Party that supports a 2-state solution.
The one-state solution for Palestine is a free Palestine from the river to the sea through a representative democracy.
So just to clarify, this one-state solution, does this mean you are advocating or calling for the end to the state of Israel?
I am calling for the end of a genocidal apartheid state.
There are many in our community, particularly Jewish Australians, who would be deeply alarmed by the proposition or the policy change that you've put forward to this election. How do you address those concerns?
Look, there were a lot of South Africans that would have actually been horrified at the thought of apartheid ending in South Africa. It's not doom and gloom. It's actually a bright future. It's about equality. It's about people living in peace, as they have done in the past.
Israel strenuously denies its rule in the occupied territories is either genocidal or a form of apartheid.
I would leave the future of a Palestinian state to the Palestinian people. It's not for candidates to decide the structure of that state.
While the Labor Party suffered a big swing against it here at the last federal election, it still holds Caldwell by a margin of more than 12%. An independent victory here would be unprecedented. Is Labor a sure thing to retain the seat?
I wouldn't say anything is a sure thing, and I don't take anything for granted.
That's the programme for this evening. Thank you very much indeed for your company. See you tomorrow. Good night.